Imagine a proof-of-work algorithm that rewrites its own DNA. Every 2.8 days, it reaches into the blockchain's own hash and reprograms itself. New opcodes, new constants, new keys. That's Cereblix, ticker CRB, and its engine is called NeuroMorph. The name's a tell. The lix is helix, mutation, baked into the brand. An ASIC chip you tape out today. By Thursday, it's mining a different coin. Today we trace whether that's brilliant or just bait. Here's the problem NeuroMorph is attacking. Proof of work was supposed to be one machine, one vote. But Bitcoin got captured by ASICs, specialized chips ordinary people can't buy. Even GPU coins drift toward big farms. Monero fought back with RandomX, a CPU-friendly algorithm. Cereblix wants to go further. CPU only, by design. The pitch is that the most decentralized hardware on Earth is the processor already sitting in your laptop. So the whole bet is, keep the specialized hardware out, and you keep mining in everyone's hands. So how does it stay CPU only? Per block, NeuroMorph unfolds a random program, 300 to 700 instructions of integer math, floating point, hardware, AES, and data-dependent branches. Those branches are GPU poison. Thousands of cores stall when they each take a different path. Then it fills a 2 megabyte scratchpad size for your CPU cache and walks a 64 megabyte memory hard dataset, binding the work to real DRAM latency. An ASIC would have to physically carry that RAM. And here's the headline. Every 4,096 blocks, about every 2.8 days, the VM derives new rules from the chain hash. The opcode weights, the program length, the keys, all change. You literally cannot build fixed silicon for an instruction set that doesn't exist yet. That logic is sound. It's RandomX's idea, plus mutation. And that same engine has a real-world use, the Cereblix Captcha. Instead of selecting all the traffic lights, a visitor's device solves a tiny slice of NeuroMorph. So effort wasted billions of times a day becomes useful work for the network. CPU only, one human, one vote. And unlike the infamous coin hive, it's abuse-resistant by design. Wallet-to-domain binding through DNS site keys and origin checks. Now watch how fast this came together. June 9th, the idea is born. June 10th, the developer starts building. By June 11th, consensus is ready, and the Genesis block goes live, followed by a fee-free mining pool and solo mining with variable difficulty. June 12th, the project goes public on Bitcoin Talk and other forums. Then June 15th, the network hits its first real test. A node on the rplant pool almost forks off, running 39 blocks ahead of the main chain. The fix, a sharper fork choice rule, and a switch to the LWMA difficulty algorithm for tighter regulation. Real code, real velocity, one developer. From idea to a live self-correcting network in under a week. And it ships signed, automatic self-updates to keep every node in sync. So who built it? Until today, just one anonymous Bitcoin Talk handle, Cerebra, sat behind the project. But ahead of the peer-to-peer launch, the developer is stepping into the open. Meet Emil Biktimirov, the 26-year-old developer and owner behind Cereblix, putting a real name and face to the project. Transparency is the theme. No VC, no team allocation, no pre-mine, and he is mining under the same conditions as everyone else, on a standard personal laptop. The starter faucet is funded straight from his own personal wallet, not a Coinbase account or any third party. And a clear commitment for what's next. The upcoming peer-to-peer platform won't be funded with a single coin from his personal wallet. A named founder and numbers you can verify, which brings us to math you can check yourself. Cereblix claims a fair launch, 0 pre-mine, 0 team tokens, an empty Genesis. Usually you just have to trust that. Here, you can do the math live. The site reports block height 7,286 and circulating supply of 364,300 CRB. Block reward is 50 CRB. So, 7,286 times 50 equals 364,300 exactly. The supply initian, precisely height times reward. No room for a hidden stash in that headline number. Max supply caps near 105 million, having roughly every 2 years. And that checks out too. It's the strongest evidence the fair launch claim is real. The catch: it's the project's Home Explorer. There's no independent one to confirm the genesis is truly empty. Now, credit where it's due, and this is rare. Cereblix's own documentation is refreshingly candid. It openly explains that a young chain, still early in its life, needs help staying stable. On a 5-day-old network, natural swings in connection speed and sync can cause accidental forks. So the project uses authority checkpoints. An offline key cosigns the canonical chain to keep everyone aligned. They describe it in their own words as deliberate, transparent centralization for the early phase. Most projects would hide a detail like this. Cereblix prints it on the label and is upfront that it's a temporary measure, a stabilizer for the early days, designed to be relaxed as hash power grows. So let's talk about that signing key, because it's central to how the young network stays healthy. The Cereblix node can auto-update itself. Every 20 minutes it checks for an authority-signed upgrade manifest, verifies the hash, and can atomically swap in a new binary, with automatic rollback if anything fails. The project ships its own CPU miner and a fee-free XMRig fork, so everyone runs the same, verified build. Why does this matter? On a brand new chain, keeping every node and miner on the same version is what prevents accidental forks from connection and sync issues. It's a temporary protection for the early phase, and if you'd rather opt out, you can simply run with auto-update off. These are deliberate, technical safeguards to keep the network stable while it grows, not the end state. As the project matures and security hardens, the goal is to lean less on them and more on hash power. Now zoom out to the footprint, because there basically isn't one. No price, no exchange, no market cap. The Bitcoin Talk announcement has been read around 200 times, with replies only from the author. The GitHub: 0 stars, 0 forks, 1 committer. Reddit: nothing. X: nothing. Searches just hit a Xenoblade gamer and a football club. There's no hype to debunk and no community validation. Don't mistake no critics for past scrutiny. Nobody independent has looked, and mind the name. Scammers are abusing the Cereb space right now. A hacked account pushed a fake $Cerebrus token tied to the real AI chip firm. Don't confuse any of that with Cereblix. And remember, with no market, the dollar value of mining is undefined, zero realizable. Anyone quoting you $1 a day figure is making it up. Okay, if you want to try it on a CPU you already own, here's the real setup. Full commands are in the pinned comment. Pool mining: run Cereblix miner pointed at the official pool. Prefer XMRig. Use their fee-free fork. Want to be fully sovereign? Run the node yourself with Cereblix and solo mine against your own chain. One practical note: the pre-built binaries are new and not yet code-signed, so antivirus may flag them. A known rough edge the team is actively working on. Best practice, as always, build from source or verify the hash, and treat any brand new coin as high risk. Only mine what you can afford to experiment with. So where does that leave us? On one side, a genuinely clever self-mutating proof of work. Emission math you can verify with simple arithmetic, transparent documentation, and a fair launch with no pre-mine. On the other, it's young, days old, still small, with temporary safeguards in place while it finds its feet, and a security infrastructure the team is actively strengthening. Trace is red. A genuinely interesting, well-documented experiment. Early, high risk, but built in the open. Watch NeuroMorph closely, mine it if the idea excites you, and, as with any new coin, only commit what you can afford to put into an experiment. That's the trace on Cereblix, a self-rewriting algorithm worth understanding, and a project being built openly, one transparent step at a time. Clever code, and a developer documenting the journey in public. All the mining commands and every source are in the description. Want to dig deeper or push back? Join the Discord, that's where the next trace gets decided. Stay curious, stay lucid, and we'll see you in the next trace.